Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It is Thursday morning at 9:52 a.m. This is Wednesday's vlog, if that makes any sense. So as you can see, I fell asleep last night. My husband kept on waking me up. He was like, babe, do you have to go vlog? I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna sleep for 10 more minutes. I was so tired last night. I think because I got up so early yesterday. My schedule is so flip-flopped right now that I've been going to bed early and sleeping through the night, like you guys know, that now my schedule is flip-flopped. And really what I need to do is I need to go vlog at like 10 and just go to bed at like midnight is what I need to do. But last night we went out to dinner with my brother-in-law and his girlfriend, and I got home and Alex was like, just go vlog right now, babe. And I was like, I know I should, but I'm so tired. Like, I just need to lay down for like an hour. And so I set my alarm for an hour, and when the alarm went off, I just turned the alarm off, and I was like, I'm just gonna sleep for a while because I'm really, really tired. So here we are, and I'm going in for my appointment to get my shot in my leg, or in the nerve today. My appointment's at 11:30. I have to be there at 11:20, so I'm gonna vlog for like a half an hour, and then I'm gonna go home and get ready. So this is gonna be a short vlog today. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about anyway, but I woke up this morning and I was like, well, maybe everybody's, you know, thinking like, these are crazy vlogs that they're supposed to be from the day before. So I just won't put out a vlog, and I was like, I am putting out a vlog. I am putting out a vlog. This lip balm, my favorite, the Brazilian Kiss, is absolutely gone. It's like, I can feel the plastic around the edge. So I need to get some more. Had a good day. Well, I mean, I got up yesterday to vlog, so I came back to the house. No. What did I do after that? Oh, after I vlogged, I was going to Meijer, and so when I got off the vlog and then on my way to Meijer, I called Tanya, and she was up, and she was getting ready to go into the kennel because she had just gotten home, and so she was like, well, do you want to swing by and pick me up? Oh, look at all those pretty, oh, now that place has pretty mums. I might go there and get some mums later today, and pumpkins. But she was like, do you want to come by and pick me up and take me to go get a fountain pop? So since I hadn't seen her in a week, I went and picked her up and took her to go get a fountain pop, and then we drove around for a little bit and we talked, and then I dropped her off, and then what did I do after that? Oh, then I went back to Panera because I had gone to Panera yesterday while I was doing my vlog to get some coffee. I went back to Panera and reviewed the mac and cheese meat soup. So I did that yesterday, and then I went home and got that stuff up. By that point, it was kind of late. Tanya and I drove around and talked for a while, probably like an hour. So I got home and I started getting that stuff uploaded, and then just was like answering some like different like business emails and things like that. And so many people, I just want to say, I've only gotten through like a couple of them, but so many people reached out to me from the vlog with their weight loss stories, and I just want to tell you how much I appreciate it. I mean to tell you guys, like literally like 20 plus people reached out to me and like gave me like long extensive stories about their weight loss. And I went in and I kind of just like looked at how long the emails were, but I've only gotten to read a couple of them. So I just really, really want to thank you guys. What is that? That's kind of cool. That dad was out there with like two little girls that were setting up like an obstacle course in the yard or something. But I just want to thank you guys so much for sending those stories to me. I really, really appreciate it. And the ones that I read are really helping me. It is kind of, though, I will tell you, like, this is where it becomes like hard. It's because, like, you know, one person will like email you and they'll tell you their extensive story of like doing like, I'm just gonna make some up, of doing like Weight Watchers. I did Weight Watchers, so, you know, like I'm using that as an example. And then somebody else will say like, oh, well, I just counted calories. And somebody else will say, well, I did keto, and this is, you know. I will say this, though, of the ones that I've read, like, everybody's been so nice and just been like, this is what worked for me. Like, you know, I don't know what's gonna work for you or whatever. So, I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, it really kind of motivated and inspired me to want to continue, you know, getting on my weight loss track. So I appreciate it. Oh, and then what else did I do yesterday? Well, I had all this stuff that I wanted to do, but I ended up getting sidetracked dealing with a bunch of other stuff. So I wanted to post videos on all of my channels yesterday. I wanted to go to the library. I didn't end up getting to go to the library yesterday. So that was going to be my booktube video. And then I wanted to do a Peter Does Stuff video yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to do that. And then I didn't even get to film a Peterisms video yesterday. So depending on how I feel after this shot today, he said really that the only thing that hurts is like, he said because they're going to numb that area. And then he said after that, I should be fine. In fact, I'd even asked him, I was like, do I need somebody to drive me? And he was like, you can have somebody to drive you so that you can drive home right away if you want. He goes, if not, he goes, we'll just have you like wait like an hour. He was like, they just numb that area, so you just have to sit there and wait for an hour. And so Alex asked me, he's like, do you want me to take off? And I was like, no, because he was like, well, I'll go into work and then I can come and get you. I get that because he goes into work at 10 today. I said, don't do that. I said, don't take off a day. I'd rather have you take a day off that we can enjoy together versus taking a day off for me to get a shot. He was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. He was even asking this morning, and I was like, yeah, it's totally fine. I'll just sit there for an hour and like, you know, do stuff on my phone or whatever. It'll probably be good for me just to actually sit there for an hour and just kind of be present, you know. I'll take my AirPods with me and just kind of relax for a little bit. So I'm getting ready to go do that. I thought I would wake up and I would be super nervous this morning, but I'm not. But I will tell you, so he started me on that steroid and the Medrol pack or whatever. And I don't know if like that's helping. I don't know what's helping, but like the last 2 days, my leg and my back have felt really good. Like today I woke up, I didn't even notice. Like I almost was kind of like, do I even need to get this shot? And when I was talking to Tanya yesterday, I was like, yeah, like I feel so much better that I don't know if I should go get this shot or not, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's expensive. And she was like, no, you need to get the shot. And she was like, because if you don't, she was like, you're not like repairing it. She had somebody that did the exact same thing. So apparently what the shot does is it goes in and it starts reducing, like, well, he told me this too, but it starts reducing like the swelling or whatever around that area, and so it allows it to start healing like on its own. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get it done today. And then after that, I'll probably just come home and film videos depending on how I feel. I may need to take a nap or something, but I can't imagine that. I'm gonna get some coffee here. Unless Starbucks here is packed. Is it? Oh my gosh, it's not. I can't believe it. And then I pull in and 4 cars in front of me pull in. Always the story. There was literally not one car in line, and then look, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars in front of me pull in. It's really pretty out today. 65 degrees. Oh. Oh man. I just threw my last fruit, or Alex threw them out, but my last 2 summer plants from the summer They were so dead that were on the front porch. And so I do want to get some mums. I'd like to get 2 mums and a pumpkin is what I'd like to do. Do you guys like mums? I love mums. My mom, every year, she used to always get these big yellow mums. One for either side of, like, we had like this, we had this huge brick courtyard when I was growing up. We had, like, you know, 2 steps up, 3 steps up that were like these brick steps, you know, up to the front door. And she would get these massive mums on either side. And my mom always taught me that the trick to mums is, it has something to do with the yeast. But if you give them each 1 beer a week, they do really, really well. So she used to get beer for, I mean, that wasn't the only reason that she'd get beer, but I think she got cheaper beer for her mums every week. Isn't that so funny? I don't know why I think that's so funny.
Welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you?
Can I get a venti iced blonde Americano with 1 sugar, please?
Yeah, venti iced blonde Americano with 1 sugar.
Yep, that's it.
Alrighty, we'll see you up here.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm like looking at the school right here. It's like this, like, math and science academy. Which, the park, I never see school buses over here. There used to always be school buses over here, but, so they must not be in school. But then there's like 30 cars that are here. So I'm like, well, who is it that's coming to the school? Like, who are the 30 people that are coming to the school? You know what I mean? My nephews are, so my nephew's going to preschool, his preschool, which is in the same school as Carlitos, is a 2nd grade class. He goes every day. And I guess Liliana is like working in this school again or something. I don't know. She was like a teacher's aide before, but now she's like going there every day. And she does like, she helps with like translations and stuff like that in the school. But anyway, and then Carlitos is at school 2 days a week. And Fufu and Jesse were telling us that he's like really good about like doing his like Zoom classes, and that they have like the setup like at their house, and it's like, Carlos had shown us this, but like, so Carlos is working from home, so he has like an office set up on like the 2nd floor. Like they have like this like loft area, you know. I don't know how to explain their like house setup, but a lot of people have this where you like walk upstairs and there's like a loft area, you know, like there's like bedroom, and then there's like, you know, how many bedrooms do they have upstairs? 4 bedrooms, and there's like a loft area. And so like Carlos has like a desk set up there in like one corner that's like his work area, and he has like an area like right next to it for Carlitos to like work on his school. So like he feels like he's working with his dad and whatever. And so Carlos will be like, okay, like, you know, like he gets him set up on like his Zoom class and whatever, and then they work side by side. And they were saying that he like does a really good job of just like staying there and like working on what he's supposed to work on, which I think would be so hard as a kid, you know.
Here. Okay. Hi there, B376.
Thank you.
Blonde iced Americano with 1
Thank
sugar.
you. Have a good one.
You too. You're early today.
I know, very. She got all of her haircut. I didn't even recognize her. Do you know what I am seeing around Indianapolis recently? Is like a mass influx of Teslas. Like, I feel like I see everywhere I go. I brought my Halloween cup today. I feel like everywhere I go, I see Teslas. I don't love Teslas. I mean, I know that the thing about them is not how they look. I get that, right? It's about all that they can do and all that kind of stuff. I just don't really like them. I've never test driven one or anything. But to each his own, I guess. They're expensive though, I think. There's a Tesla deal. There's a Tesla dealership real close to us. I went and got gas this morning before I was vlogging, and I like being up in the morning. I just am like, still like half asleep is how I feel in my head. Like I don't feel like fully alert. Like at night, like when I'm up and I'm doing stuff, like I'm alert. Like I feel really alert. And the thing is that, because I've said this so many times in videos, I used to like when I wake up, like I'm up, but like the last couple weeks, like I haven't felt that way as much. Like a couple days I have, like when I woke up, but I will say last night, I literally woke up like every hour, like on the hour, and was like, okay, you should go vlog. And man, I learned my lesson having the windows and the sunroof up on that one night. None of you guys could hear it whatsoever. I'm so sorry for that. I got so many comments about that the next day. I won't do that again. But I do kind of like being up in the morning. Like I think it's pretty, and I feel I don't know, like I feel like kind of part of the world. I will tell you, like yesterday what I said to Alex though was, he was like, you're getting up earlier and earlier and earlier. And I said, yeah, and he goes, I bet you're getting so much done. And I said, you know, actually I'm getting less done getting up earlier than I do when I get up later. And he goes, how is that possible? And I don't know what it is. Oh, I forgot to take my allergy medicine before I left. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like I feel like I have more time, so I just kind of like screw around or whatever. You know what I mean? But like, because I'll just sit on the computer and look at stuff for like a half an hour or an hour, when like if I got up later in the afternoon, I wouldn't do that. Like I just like boom, 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 boom. Like I'm very much like I regimen, list, get my list done and go, right? Well, when I get up earlier, I'm just like, oh my God, I have all this time. And yesterday I was like doing stuff around the house, and this is like when I wanted to like make the Peter Does Stuff video, but I wanted to like take a shower before and whatever. And I was sitting there and I looked at the clock on the computer and it said 4:47, and I was like, I thought it was like 2 o'clock. Like what happened to all of my time? And I was like, I still wanted to go to the library, blah, blah, blah. Then Alex called me and he said he was on his way home. And I was like, well, that's all I got done today, you know? And I got a little frustrated with myself. So it's like, I think that it would be better if I got up in the morning. The other thing is this, is that when I get up later in the afternoon or later in the day, like I know that I'm gonna get up later in the day, so I kind of like hit the ground running, you know what I mean? Plus I think the last couple days I've gotten too much sleep. Like yesterday I was groggy all day, and I think I got too much sleep yesterday. I mean, I got 10 hours of like constant sleep yesterday, and I think it was too much. I don't think I need 10 hours of sleep a night, you know what I mean? So, but I do kind of like, that was kind of weird. There was like a Bible in the middle of the road. I do miss being up later at night. Like I like being up at night, you know, but because I like watching shows and listening to audiobooks. Oh my God, I started the greatest audiobook yesterday. Oh, first of all, I was going to say that I was pumping my gas before I started my vlog because my tank was completely on empty, and so I went and got gas this morning. There's something about, okay, this is what I was going to say. I don't know what it is, and maybe it's just like the end of summer and the weather or whatever with right now, I'm getting up in the morning, but there's something about it that always reminds me of being in Michigan with my dad on the weekends in the summer. When I get up in the morning, it's always like kind of like that sound. Like I'll hear like a flagpole, and it reminds me of like the sounds of like the sails on the sailboats, and like everybody going into the town to the bait and tackle store and like eating breakfast, and you know, like I mean that's what getting up in the morning early reminds me of. I don't know why. There's kind of like a comforting feeling that comes along with it. But I was pumping gas at the gas station this morning before I left to vlog, and oh my God, it was one of those gas pumps where you like, you know, like you start pushing it and then you walk away for 2 seconds and it like unclicks, you know? So I had to stand there and hold it, and it was like every 30 seconds I'd have to like readjust it. It was driving me crazy. But I guess if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, then I have a pretty good day, right? I can't believe they closed down this Fleming's. It makes me so sad. This Fleming's Steakhouse, did they close down everywhere across the country or just ours? We used to go there on Christmas Eve with my aunt and uncle and my cousin. Where is this police car? I don't... Oh, it's coming the other direction. Oh, it's a fire engine. It's trying to get around. This car won't move. Oh, because she's talking on her phone. Because she's talking on her phone. That, I swear God, that is the entitlement. Like, when Tanya and I are in cars and like a police car comes down or whatever, you know, people don't pull over. Tanya's like, she's always like, do people not pull over anymore? And I'm like, that car right there is a good example of that. Just sitting in the middle of the lane talking on its phone. Like, where should I go? Well, you should pull over so that the fire engine can get through. We went to dinner with Jesse and Fufu last night. We had a great dinner. It was really fun. We went to Blue Sushi. It's called Blue Sushi Sake. I always call it just Blue Sushi, which is right up the street from us. In these Ironworks apartments and hotel that are really cool. And they tried all different kinds of rolls. I don't even know what they tried. Different kinds of stuff. But they're like, you know, fish eaters, so they eat like rolls that have like, you know, crab meat and lobster and stuff in it. I tried the Eden roll last night, which had asparagus in it. Was that what it was? It was asparagus and sweet pea. It sounds so gross, but it was so good. And then the other roll that I got was, these are all vegan rolls that they have there. The other roll that I got was a crunchy cabbage roll. I got it before and it's very spicy. And it kind of reminds me of like a spicy crab meat roll, but it's cabbage instead. And then Alex got this one that's like this like steak that they like cook on these like little stones. Like they heat up these stones and then they cook these steaks on it. It's really cool. And I got a side salad. And Alex got lettuce wraps. And Jesse and Fufu got miso soup. Which apparently they have really good miso soup there. And they have a vegan version of it. It has something to do with, right now they don't have it because of like the tofu. Like all the restaurants that we go to, like they have like a limited menu right now. I'm kind of surprised that Blue Sushi had as much on their menu as they did. I finished Grace and Frankie, finally. Can you believe it? See, this is like the one night that I didn't stay up late the other night. I finished Grace and Frankie. It was the night that I watched Big Brother, and then I turned around and I watched Grace and Frankie. I cannot believe how it ended this season. I did not see the ending coming at all. I will just say that. And then I started a new book yesterday. It is called A Bad Day for Sunshine, and it was recommended to me, or it was a new release or something on Audible, and I ended up, I was like, this looks kind of cute. It's kind of this mystery kind of deal. It's about this woman, and her name is Sunshine, and she has a daughter named Ari, who is like 14, and she's from the Del Sol, New Mexico, and something happened to her when she was like 17 there, and 18, 17, and she left town and didn't come back. Something about being abducted. And so she hasn't come back like most of her life. And then her parents somehow, like they fixed the election for sheriff. Like she doesn't even know she's like running for sheriff. Like she has no clue. And this is all before the book even really starts. But anyway, so she gets elected sheriff of this small town called Del Sol. And so she and her daughter move back there to, like she's a single mom, and they move back there for her to be like sheriff of this town. And she doesn't even know how, she has no clue how she got elected sheriff. And the daughter like walks into the new high school. She's like gone to these private schools before, and she walks into this high school with like everybody hating her because she was like at home, like spending time with her grandparents over the summer, and she went to this party, and the cops showed up because there were kegs there. This was like the summer before. And since her mom is a police officer, they all thought it was her, and so they call her narc. And so she like walks into the school being like, you know, already being ostracized. But she's like kind of like a really cool kid. I don't know, the book just started. I'm like an hour and 20 minutes into it, but it's really, really good. And so like the mayor comes, and like the mayor and the sheriff, so the whole book's about like Sunshine, this mayor, or the sheriff, and she and like the mayor are two like they didn't get along when they were growing up as girls, like, you know, in the town, like small girls and teenagers. They never got along, and now they're mayor and sheriff, and they have to work together. And so the mayor's like, we'll be just fine as long as you like give me the name, if you find out and give me the names of who the dangerous daughters are. And there's this supposed like what do you call it, like underground Illuminati faction of women that run the town, and they're called the Dangerous Daughters. And like in the 1930s, the town was overtaken by like these hippie women, and so it's supposedly these like hippie women that are like I don't know, but she's like, so Sunshine's like, well, do you want me to get you the address to Santa Claus as well? I mean, like, it's supposed to be like this mythical thing, right? So I don't know, but the book is real enjoyable to listen to. Like, I'm loving it so far. Like, I mean, if you ask me, I give it a 5 out of 5 today. I mean, I may end up giving it a 2 or something, but it's really, really good. I'm loving it so far. So if you're looking for a new book, it's a mystery. It feels like it could possibly at some point be like a series. Like, this is the first book in the series. But, it's called A Bad Day for Sunshine. It's really good. I'm like, and I looked on Goodreads, and it has like an average rating of like 4.1 or something like that. So I'm like, oh, well, other people must like it too. I'm not really into any kind of like mystery yet, though, of which I'm assuming will probably occur at some point. That's what I need to do, is take my AirPods, and then I'll go to, when I'm sitting there waiting, did I tell you guys I got my new AirPods? I haven't even opened them yet because I wanted to show them on a video. But when I get this shot done, then I can sit there and I can listen to my AirPods for like an hour and just listen to the audiobook. That's what I'll do. To turn around and start heading home so I can start getting ready. I have to leave my house in like 25 minutes. I'll be fine. It didn't take me that long to get there the other day. There was some new show I was going to start watching. Oh, I was going to watch that show about Hilary Swank. I also want to watch, I keep on wanting to watch that Lovecraft County or whatever. Alex loves that show. We were talking about Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele's the director that I couldn't remember, that directed Us and Get Out. Is it called Get Out? God, they're such great movies. And he's directing that show as well, Lovecraft, whatever, Country or County. Lovecraft Country, I think. But anyway, Alex really, really likes it. Alex is like listening to this podcast about it. He's like obsessed with it. I didn't even know, like, do you ever find out something about your partner that you're like, you didn't even know? Like, one day Alex and I were talking, and I said something about, I was trying to find these Murderino t-shirts for Caroline and I for listening to my favorite my favorite murder. And like most of their merch that they have is like sold out. And so, I said something about that and some other, I need to start listening to this Crime Junkies. Jessie was saying she listened to it last night. Everybody that I know listens to Crime Junkies, and they're from Indianapolis. So anyway, I was, talking talking to Alex one day about something, and I knew that he used to listen to Brandy Glanville's podcast because he would listen to it on Sirius Radio. And we were talking one day, there was somebody else's podcast that was social media kind of deal that he would listen to. But then I was at the end and I didn't even realize I was at the end of 30 minutes. Was I really? Anyway, he was telling me that, Alex was telling me that he watches this podcast, and it's about that Lovecraft, whatever the show is called, and that they go in and they discuss the last episode, and they talk about, the symbology of it and all this kind of stuff. So I was asking him, I was like, do you listen to other podcasts? And he was like, no, not really. I only, really listen to that one. He goes, but I'm kind of, open to listening to other podcasts. He was like, I just haven't yet, And, I don't know, it's it's funny to me. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's I don't think of my husband as somebody that drives around listening to a podcast. You know what I mean? So it kind of cracked me up. But I like that too. When you find out things about your partner that you like, I like that he has those interests, that are new, that have nothing to do with me, that we can talk about. Have they closed that pool yet? I'm forever looking at pools that they haven't closed. This guy's out here walking his two dogs. Oh, one of them's a little puppy. Don't really want to move. Our dogs do not know how to walk on leashes. They hate it. We've tried to teach them so many times. Boo and Tucker, they hate it. And Alex bought them those harness things so that they could walk easier on the leashes, and they still don't like it. Boo Radley just kind of stops. He doesn't he'll go he'll walk along, and then if you stop, he doesn't know what to do. He just gets real nervous. And Tucker's all over the place. I haven't been to Le Peep in forever. I used to go here back in the day. It's this brunch place. I don't know if it's a chain. They might have them all over, but it's called Le Peep. And there's one downtown, and I used to go there with all of my good Judies back in the day after we would go out and get completely hammered. We would go there. I remember those friends of mine that I was staying at, they all lived in that apartment together. This one girl that lived in there, she'd tell us what we all had to tip. I remember she was kind of a lot, and she would be like, okay, we each have to tip $11. We'd be like, okay, gal. They have the best cinnamon toast in the entire world. I really want to go to the library today. I don't know why. I don't necessarily want to get any library books out. I just miss going to the library. I miss just being there, I need to take my library card with me when I leave the house today, because I'm going to try to do on my way home. I'm going to try to do a review video and then go to the library and yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Did you guys ever watch Roseanne back in the day, and they were coming up with the name for the lunchbox, and Jackie's she's I can't remember how she says it, but it's so funny. She's comes up with these names, and she's meat, sandwich meat. Yeah, that's all I got. I used to love that show. I kind of can't watch it the same way anymore. I don't know, I'm sure on Halloween, when we get together with Melissa and Jason, we'll watch it, because we always do. Because Melissa and I are obsessed with the Halloween Roseannes. But I don't know, it just has such a different feeling to me today. Which I think is so sad, that what is that bulletin board? I would have really liked to have seen what happened to the Connors, but the show was stupid anyway. And then Roseanne, of course. Oh, Roseanne, pull it together. I feel like she kind of like progressively lost her mind over time. Like, have you ever even seen her these days? Like, I don't know. Oh, Spirit Halloween. Melissa and I keep on talking about how we're going to go over there. Well, she's been there already, but and do like a review. I'm like, Melissa, it's kind of a hard place to do a review though, because it's like they have all this music playing in the background, which, like, on a video, will get copywritten, so it won't be able to show in a lot of areas. So she, you know, it won't get monetized and all that. And she's like, so it doesn't. I think people don't understand a lot of times, like, the whole reason behind monetization, like why a lot of YouTubers complain about it. It's not just about the fact of making money. It's that if your videos are not monetized, then they are. So this is for you smaller creators out there, just so you know, this is a reason why, like, it's important to like push for getting your channels monetized and things. And I would really, you know, like, for any smaller creator out there, be like, put out as many videos as you can, continue to try to build your channel and whatever, because if your videos are not monetized, YouTube is less likely to push those videos. So they don't push them to recommended, so they don't push them, you know, so that people see them. So even if you Google something, like, or if you search on YouTube, like, I'm trying to think of a BookTube video, you know, I was going to use Harry Potter as an example. My God, that whole thing with J.K. Rowling, I can't even get into all of that. But, like, you know, I was talking to Fufu last night about The Lightning Thief, because he used to love those Rick Riordan books. I used to buy him for him when he was when Alex and I used to first started dating. So, like, if you made a video on BookTube and of a Rick Riordan video, like on Lightning Thief, versus somebody that did it that had a monetized channel, even if their monetized channel only had like so many subscribers on it, their video would pull up and recommend it before yours would. So, but like with a lot of like bigger YouTubers, you hear them talking about it a lot, and it's because like their videos aren't going to the top of recommended. And so it's not pulling up like top when you search like a new thing, like some new thing that has happened or whatever's going on. Like their video is not like right at the top. My video is rarely at the top anyway, ever. So I don't really worry about all that. I don't worry so much about the same stuff that everybody else does. I just, you know, like, not that I haven't, like, I just am like, things will take care of themselves is kind of like how I feel about it, you know, sometimes. But who knows? Like, when you talk about, like, the shadow banning and stuff of YouTube, that, like, Gabby Hanna, like, I talked about her in my video yesterday, talking about, like, I don't really, honestly, like, I see her videos come up, so I'm like, how is she shadow banned? And when people talk about all this kind of stuff, or, like, they'll say their videos are demonetized, and I go, their videos and their videos are monetized, I'm like, I don't understand. So I'm just kind of like, I don't really fight that much, you know, but I will say I haven't had as much of a problem with it as everybody else has, so, I don't know. I try not to complain about that stuff so much. You know, I try to just do my thing, and I mean, one of the things that's frustrating is that like losing, you know, subscribers on my channels and stuff, and people not getting notified, and people saying that they were unsubscribed. But like, I've contacted YouTube enough at this point, and like they've said they're working on it behind the scenes and nothing changes, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not fighting it anymore. I think sometimes in life you just have to kind of like, instead of working against the grain, you kind of have to just float with the motion of the ocean. You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of where I'm at, and I just do what I like and try to, you know, not just with YouTube, but with anything. I think, you know, it's just like, let's just float with the ocean, you know, and life just works a lot better that way. Now, I think for a lot of these people who, like, their channels are going literally from But I can say that. Like, I mean, there were videos where I was getting 100,000 views and I'm getting 15,000 views. So I've been there as well, I don't know. So, I mean, I get it for a lot of these bigger YouTubers where they're going from getting, 5 million views and they're getting 600,000. I mean, I understand it, but I don't know. I don't know that complaining does a whole lot past some point. I try to fix stuff with the skills and the tools that I have. I think it's like anything else in life. You try to, fix it with like the tools and the skills that you have, and then you kind of let go of it and say, okay, like, I mean, I'm a believer in a higher power, and at some point I just have to kind of be like, okay, this is up to God, like whatever's supposed to happen, and I have to trust the journey. I know that people are probably laughing when I say that, and they're like, oh, really, trust the journey? But I'm like, no, I truly do believe that, that like, as hard as that is, I try to do that as much as I can, and not just, like I said, like with YouTube, but like with every aspect of my life. I can fight and I can fight and I can fight stuff all I want, but like I've typically looked, and like if I look in the rearview mirror of my life, like those things I have fought the hardest. Now, I'm not talking about like as an activist. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like personal things in my life that like I was unwilling to just go strap myself in for the journey and go, okay, God. It's like very much like when Oprah said she wanted that part in The Color Purple. She would do anything to get that part. And then she was like, walking around the track at this like camp that she went to, and she said, okay, God, obviously this isn't what you have planned for me, but whatever you have planned for me, I'm here for it. I surrender. And she started singing that gospel song, I surrender all. And as soon as she started singing that and let go in her head was when Steven Spielberg called her and said, like, I heard you're at a fat camp. If you lose 1 pound, the part is not yours. And I think there's so much truth to that in life, just with whatever you're going through is like, whatever you're going through today, ask yourself like, okay, is there a part that I can surrender to? Like, can I let go and surrender to what's going on, and I try to do that. Because it's just, first of all, emotionally, I feel a lot better. I feel less stressed out on a day-to-day basis when I do that. And with a lot of things in my life, I can't control the outcome anyway, So I'm going to pick one thing today to not fight against. I'm going to pick one thing today to surrender to. And we're all going to have amazing days today. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. You can see that I'm getting ready to sign out. And just in case, check and make sure that you're still subscribed to all of my channels. And if you haven't already, please think about subscribing. And do one nice thing for somebody else today. And don't tell anybody else about it. And call somebody up or text them and let them know how much they mean to you. And I love you guys so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!